Good morning, and you join me on this bright sunny winter's morning as I make my way down to Birmingham to go to the NEC to attend the Campervan and Motorhome Show 2025. But before we get to Birmingham, we've got a quick pit stop to make in Telford because I've got to pick up a special guest who's going to be joining me, who's featured on the channel before. Can you guess who it is yet? I'll let you wait with bated breath until I introduce him, but he's going to be joining me throughout the duration of the show while we have a laugh at the NEC in Birmingham, while we show you what the show has to offer, and I'll be making some comparisons between my van and some of the new vans there. So join me for this little day trip out in Birmingham. Let's go and see who it is, shall we? Who's that there in the distance? How are you, mate? You right? It's been a long time since this lot's seen you, isn't it?
Hello, everybody.
Good to see you, mate. No, we don't do that. Come on.
No, we don't.
Come here, mate. Come here. It's safe to say that since we last went on a camp, right, your life's been turned upside down.
Well, yeah,
but we won't go into too much detail about the personal aspects of it.
Rest assured, I'm in a different house now, and probably in a couple of months' time, I'll be in another different house. But
yeah.
Yes, things have been strained somewhat.
They have, yeah.
You know me, keep on top. We've got to keep pushing on, haven't we?
Absolutely. Me and Steve have been meeting up regularly over the past few months and chatting, all the time, really. But what's happened to the old girl?
Oh, the old girl! Look at her!
What's the issue with the van? Because you've been having some serious trouble with this since our last camp, haven't you?
Well, this is now down to someone else's mess up, right? So we investigated it. It went into a garage for absolutely ages, months.
Yeah.
But I was happy because it was just free storage.
Yeah. It wasn't taking up your drive.
Because I didn't want it on the driveway.
Yeah.
Because it's too narrow. Anyway, he said it was an immobiliser issue. So I got my mate Paul down. We went over it, traced it back, and what happened is a while ago, before the MOT, I had some new fuel tank straps put on.
Okay.
And they haven't put it on properly. They haven't put the seal on properly. So there's air leaking into the fuel system. It's like fizzy water.
Yeah.
So it's got to go on a ramp and be done.
And
so
before you know it, they're throwing parts at it, saying, "Oh, actually, it was this and it was that," and then you're grand down already.
Don't always, unless you trust them. Don't always. If it's a new garage, don't always trust what they say.
No, absolutely not.
But he did bring it back to me. Bring it back to me, free of charge. But that's it. So I'll probably get that sorted now in the next couple of months.
But anyway, today we are heading off to the NEC in Birmingham, and Steve's going to be joining me.
I'm going to buy one.
Because he got 120k.
It's
underneath here somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
I did see an envelope in your letterbox.
Yeah. No, it's good to be back, Brendan.
It's good to be back on camera with Steve.
Yeah, and I know you lot have missed me.
Yeah. There's been a couple of comments, and if you're already thinking as well that we've got Steve, but where's Matty? But don't worry, because I've been talking to Matty throughout the months of him not being on the channel, which has been like nearly 5 years now. So I'm regularly talking to these guys, but it's like I say, without going into too much detail, it's safe to say that yours and also Matty's life as well has been completely flipped within the last 18 months.
Sometimes you just gotta, I haven't gone off the scene, as everybody, if you're on my channel, my advantage is I record my series, I record my material a year in advance.
Steve's still got pre-COVID material.
Somebody's parked an old ambulance at the top of the street.
I'll have a look in here. Now it's a bit messy and all over the place since the last camp.
Jeez.
But when I talk about room,
your video does not do it justice. And actually,
what of how big it is, you mean?
Yeah.
Let's open a few curtains. We've got a bit more better visibility as we're driving. But this is a complete game changer, isn't it?
Mate, it smells brand new.
Yeah. Like the wood's been cut fresh.
Even your granny's sideboard looks like it was meant to be there.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
It actually looks... Brendan, travelling... I think you've done, the design is brilliant.
Yeah. Pull out bed, so you've got the pull out across the batten there and across the kitchen. Fridge down there. This bed folds out as well. Dining area, two front swivel seats.
You've excelled yourself this time.
Well, thank you very much.
It does not look anything like
it used to.
I can't believe it's the same thing.
Did you see it in person?
No,
you didn't, did you? In person. We met up in our cars, didn't we, for a meal? But I didn't bring the van that time.
It is absolutely fantastic.
Just come back from a 3-day camp as well. in the southeast of England. That's going to be coming probably maybe next week, maybe.
Yeah.
There's a story to tell with that, as there always is.
Brendan, you know what? Your first van, you were doing the training.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right, and that's what it was. Home in your craft.
Yeah.
Think about. Look at it now.
Yeah, I know.
Mate, you should be really proud of yourself.
That's crazy, isn't it? Sometimes when I look around,
you've got living space here now. Look, I mean, you've got living space here. With the other, it was all right, but the other van, you're having to put this out, pull that out, and everything's here, isn't it?
Yeah. The only thing I have to slide out now is that, and then that piece of foam there fills that gap.
The slide out bed is genius, isn't it? It's genius.
Yeah. I mean, someone left a comment, can't remember the name of the chap now, on a recent video saying, is this an L3 or an L2? Obviously it's an L3, long wheelbase van. But even for an L2, that design is even more advantageous when you've got a shorter van.
I always said, didn't I? I think your night's sleep is the most important part.
Yeah. You know, and why if you're not sleeping, you're not enjoying camping.
And why scrimp on a bed? And at the end of the day, you want a bed where two people can fit in it.
Yeah, or six.
Or six, yeah. It's perfect. I think you've done absolutely brilliant job. I never travelled as a passenger in your van ever, have I? Your old van.
No.
Because it's always taken up by the fridge.
Yeah.
What happened to the fridge? You still got it? It's in back?
The fridge still lives. The fridge still lives.
That fridge, eh?
Right, okay.
All right.
Let's get down to Birmingham. Well, typical M6 traffic.
Oh, here we go.
Glad I got some company this time, though.
Yeah, it's not on his own here. Look at this. Just look at this. Look at this. This is like, the car park of the UK, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. This and the M25, the vein of the UK driver.
So, you like sitting in your van. You just look at it and go, yeah.
I do sometimes, actually. Yeah. Especially on the first few trips, like driving this van down to a camp and just thinking, oh yeah, I can't wait to get in the back of this tonight. It's good. And we're in. Yeah. We just started talking at the same time.
Simultaneous recording.
But we are here in Birmingham. At the NEC. Well, in fact, we're nowhere near the NEC yet because the parking is nowhere near the NEC, is it? We've got about an 8-mile walk now, I think. Well, we've been blessed with some beautiful blue sky weather this morning. So the aim of today, for me coming here, obviously now it's very different for me.
Yeah.
Because I've actually got a big camper van.
Yeah.
I've done it, and I can see what the other motorhome builders are doing with their camper vans. Yeah. And we can see the differences.
Yeah.
Maybe get a little bit more inspiration as well. Obviously my build isn't finished yet.
Yeah.
But I want to keep a lookout for some security options as well. See what kind of security options are there for camper vans and motorhomes. Because we know what happened with my last van.
Yeah.
I could really do with, and everyone keeps mentioning it in the comments, some CCTV on the outside of the van. So that's something to keep a lookout for. General accessories as well, what we can put and take on camps with us in the van and stuff, and
I think for
try and make camps a bit easier.
I think for me, I'm going to looking at getting another van.
Yeah. So would you say for you today, this is more about trying to get inspiration on layouts?
Do you know what I think it's about? It's actually getting my mojo back with it.
Yeah.
Because it's been
around
a while.
it.
Yeah. And it has been a year. I was looking at it.
Yeah.
And it has been a year thereabouts. So.
Hold that thought. Security. I'll bring you back once we're in. So while we're on the subject of camper vans and gadgets, I think I have just found the perfect camper van accessory. Now, if you remember to a few weeks back, I actually installed a brand new 10-inch head unit that did come with a reversing camera, but it would have meant having to tap into the power of these rear brake lines and rear reversing lights, having to traipse wires all the way through the van, which admittedly I could have done before putting the side panels on, but it would have been an absolute headache. And if I had any issues with the wiring, I'd have had to have taken all of these side panels off to route the wires back down to try and find the issue. Well, I think I've just solved that problem with a little bit of help from today's video sponsor, Auto-Vox, and this is their 3 amp plus truly wireless backup camera. All I had to do to install this bad boy was just unscrew some of the number plate retaining clips. There's a little bracket that goes behind here with some adhesive, and then that just sits on top of there, and it's got a handy little solar panel on top to be able to recharge the battery as you're on the road. It conveniently wirelessly connects to this little dash monitor that you put in the front of the cab, and you've also got a little power switch there that you can turn on, which enables the monitor to see what the camera's seeing for 90 seconds. This really is the simplest and easiest solution to reversing cameras. Let's get it wired into the dash and take a look, shall we? Installing the 5-inch Full HD display was super simple. I picked the spot I wanted to mount it, removed the adhesive tape and stuck it to the windscreen before plugging it into my 12-volt socket. And voila! We have a wireless reversing camera. So if you're in the market for a truly wireless reversing camera, go and check out Auto-Vox in the link in the description. A big thank you to Auto-Vox for sponsoring today's video. Now back to the van tours. And we're in. We've done it. That's my favourite word, isn't it? And we're in.
Splashback.
Splashback, yeah. So
we're not talking about like you have an issue with splashback.
No. That's a story to come. Not that kind of splashback, no. So one of the things I want to try and look for today, which one of the ladies at the press office has mentioned. You know I've got my sink. You know it's a bit of like an improvised design. You've got your old sideboard. You've got your cheap sink in there as well. But I want to see if I can get something that can be used as a splashback. I'm sure I can go to B&Q. I could probably go to B&Q, couldn't I?
You could
and get something. But we're here. We're here.
Yeah.
And I want to see security options, and I want to see the differences between the new vans that are coming out right now and the van that I've just converted. Because I always think that when you're converting a van, what you're buying when you buy new is time. You're buying time. I mean, 4 months of my life have been consumed. How much is 4 months of your life? Well, probably, if it's your first build at least, probably longer for you. How long is that, or how much is that worth to you?
Yeah.
You know, we all have a different value on our time, don't we? Let's go and explore, shall we? Here we go. We got some camper vans now. Take a seat in my office.
So look at this. This is very plush, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So when you look at it, so you've got a nice lounge area here, haven't you?
You have.
Right. You have a nice lounge area.
Ooh, lovely.
Think about size-wise.
Yeah.
It's all right, isn't it? It's plush. It feels posh.
Can we stand up in here? Do you know what? I've got less headroom in here than
Actually,
I've got in my van.
that's exactly 6'2", because I am.
Yeah.
I'm 6'2".
And I've got 2 pieces of thick ply on my floor, and I can't quite
stand up
in this. I can't fully extend in my own van, but this is definitely.
You're 6. What are you? 6'3". See, that's the difference. I'm 6'2".
The extra inch, it makes that difference. That inch makes the difference.
Totally.
This is what I need to do in my van, though. One of the next upgrades I need to do is getting some sockets by the bed, because one of the things I can't do at the moment is charge my phone while I'm in bed. Do I need a TV in my van?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, Brendan, if I get rid of my TV, if my van goes, have the TV.
Oh, you've got the TV.
I have got the TV.
You've got the TV,
Same size of
How often do you use your TV in your van?
Not very often.
Whenever we've been on a camp, you've always got it on in the background, haven't you? Doing your washing up.
Yeah, I do, because you can sync it up. I use
whenever you're doing your cooking with your air fryer, you've got some on TV, Big Brother.
Yeah, well, don't forget I use a hard drive. I plug it in, so I preload all my films onto it.
Can't leave the hard drive at home,
except for
he's got his whole library in there.
With a telly.
Should we have a quick look at the toilet? See, I'd struggle in there, especially what happened on my last trip.
Will that come out before that is out?
No, this will come out first, so hopefully that joke will make reference to people that are used to watching a few videos.
Right.
Would you get in there?
No.
No.
I mean, do you want me to try?
Go on. Yeah, go on. So
that's tight.
That's tight. Now, not only is it tight, right? Imagine if you wanted some privacy. All right.
Wow, that is tight.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
All right, what else have we got here?
So let's go for a somewhat similar.
This is really a show for inspiration, isn't it?
Inspiration.
To come here, see the different layouts, and if you've already done a van build, it's like the field of regret, like what you could have done.
Yeah.
So this is a crafter.
Yeah, but there's not a real sort of chill out area.
Ah, this is very reminiscent of my little build, and actually, it's got the same rail and clip-on table. Yeah. Very, very similar.
So can you get in there?
Let's have a look. How do we operate this table, please?
Yeah.
Would you mind giving us a very? Do I have to get out of the way?
No, you don't. You don't.
Okay.
You don't.
Like
There's a release there.
Ah, brilliant. Okay. So you can use this, obviously, for 4 people dining. This would have been a great design in my build.
Yeah, so even if I'm sitting here, I could utilise that table as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all right.
There is a big difference here, though.
What?
The big difference being, we have this raised platform here, which I don't have in my van.
Oh yeah, it's like a plinth, isn't
it's like a plinth,
Yeah.
Which I was thinking of trying to incorporate into my build, but the design aspect and how to raise that up and it be structurally still integral and still have belted, you know, that was a bit above my engineering experience. But having the plinth and having it raised a little bit more is a benefit to having this seating area, because you've got 4 people seated in the same height.
Yeah,
you know, you can have a nice dining experience and not have to worry about someone being down here and someone being up here.
You're right.
Yeah.
So let's just have a look. Let's look at this van in a little bit more detail. So above you've got a couple of cupboards there.
Yeah.
And this little LED lighting just add a bit of mood lighting. So these push buttons are quite popular now, aren't they?
Yeah. You see, that is the kind of thing I need underneath what I'm going to have in my cupboards in the kitchen. Something that is a little bit more moody, as opposed to those bright LED lights that come on. I mean, if you look at the amount of mood lighting that's in here at the moment.
And the blue is really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got. Is that like it's like a suede?
Is it?
It's like a false ceiling. Yeah, that is quite nice actually. I wonder if those lights change colour as well. They probably do, don't they?
Blue's not electric blue.
And then at the back here, you've got kind of that tent feeling, haven't you?
Yes.
Because you've got the canopy at the back that can open up.
Yeah.
So you're in a van, but if you don't want to be in a van, you've kind of got like a bit of a tent at the back there.
Yeah.
That's quite nice, that.
So I've got the fridge on my end here, look, on that end bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that would open up like that, or
nice.
Or like that.
That's
nice,
better,
nice, yeah.
Isn't it?
If you're outside having a barbecue, you want a cold beer?
Yeah, so we've got the burner hobs there.
2 burner hob.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
That is good.
And the squeeze.
Oh, that's actually a bit bigger, I think. But with the sink, I mean, I'm divided on that. I think
that's like a shower. That's almost like it's a shower room, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it is a shower room. Yeah. So I'm assuming then the water supply from the tap will also work as the supply for the shower as well. But that sink is pretty much useless, I think, as far as the size is concerned. Right, should we have a look at another one?
Yeah.
See if we can get any more design inspiration.
They're taking out the rock.
So this is just a little bit of a look at a smaller van.
Yeah, right.
And they've got a Vango induction hob built in. This must be like the built-in version then, because I've got the portable version. So if I just get my bag down there, how do we feel, Steve, about sitting in something?
Well,
how do we feel about sitting in something that is this size? Do you think this is still a social space?
Look. Right, this reminds me of mine a bit.
Yeah.
My bed isn't even as high as this.
No.
These are I think these are always your quick getaway, you know, for a weekend. I can't see you going all the way to South
What
France.
base vehicle is this?
It's short. I think it's the short wheel.
SVT7, yeah, so this is a transporter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Transporter, this it's obviously a newer one, because it feels a lot bigger. Because I've been to some transporters at like festivals and stuff, and they feel very narrow. This one feels quite spacious.
They've gone for the same layout as I've got in my van, right?
Yeah.
The worktop across the back there, right? So look at that. It's actually like mine.
It's very similar. Yeah.
You know,
you've got your sink there, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. But actually, I like all of this. I don't know how these are supposed to open, but they're like a little sliding.
Ah, okay. It's got a lock in the same.
So it pulls it.
Yeah.
That's quite nice.
That's quite a cool design, that.
Yeah.
I wonder where this table would stow then. Would this come down and make a centre partition, would it?
No, it's on a bracket at the back there, look.
Oh, your lagoon table, yeah.
So you'd remove, I would imagine you move this and it's going to be stowed away. Or, this I imagine is this section of that bed.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't it? So
It's quite nice actually being in a smaller van again.
Yeah.
Because it feels like you say, you know, quick getaway van. Yeah. It's
quick
nice,
getaway
it's
van.
nice.
You don't have to plan anything.
As one
Throw a bit
thing
in there.
that we've both missed, there is another bed
Yeah.
up there. You pull this down, and then that's your gap
Oh, it is, yes.
that you get in, and then you jump on top.
That.
I think you might have to, yeah. But when it's up, you can bring these struts down, I believe. This is how a lot of the pot tops work, I think, is that you bring them down and then you can sleep on top of there as well. There's like a 3-inch memory foam mattress on top of there.
That edge in there. But yeah, this actually is similar to mine. The bed is more the most important bit of it, and you've just got that basic unit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely mood lighting.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
Just little and
that's
they
what's
are
really lacking.
simple LEDs, aren't
Yeah,
they?
simple LEDs, yeah.
And you
There'll
can
be a
put-
strip light along there,
Yeah.
a nice warm white strip light.
Yeah.
I need that. I need that in my van. See, look at that at the front there. What a lovely dashboard as well.
What a lovely dashboard. Yeah. So look.
I'm a sucker for a nice dash.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for you.
That is.
Do you know
nice.
that song?
No.
I'm a sucker
I'm cutting.
for you.
Cut.
So this is a company called Scandivans. Is that what
It is. Yes.
Scandinavian vans, VW base. And let's have a just quick look at what this kind of van would be starting off at. 79. Should we go that one?
Yes. Let's see.
Big sign saying new model. Should we see if we can wing a bit of access, shall we?
Okay.
Hey, we're stepping into a bit of luxury here now.
Here he goes.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
This is a bit of me, this.
Okay.
Pull down bed.
Yes.
Please ask member of staff to show you how to use. Okay. Don't do that, Brennan, you'll break it.
Yeah.
So that's your drop down bed, right, before I snap it. Okay.
So it's a Merc, it's a Mercedes.
Yeah. Nice finish.
Yeah.
You've got your, I suppose, like a, what would you call this? Like a mini kitchen?
Yeah, mini kitchen. So got a split bowl. Know that.
I would struggle here. I would struggle to make meals here, I think. This was the main reason why I didn't go for fixed hobs, whether they be induction or gas. This was the main reason, because you lack that work surface space. Like this, don't get me wrong, is a lovely area to be able to put your pots and pans when you're cooking. But what about when you're not cooking? What about when you're preparing food, when you're chopping things up? Let's say you've been a bit lazy, which we all are on a camp sometimes, and you've got a little bit too much washing up in there.
Yeah, there's no weight transfer.
You won't be able to put that back on there. Where'd you pop them, I wonder?
Yeah.
I mean, you can use them as a chopping board. Yeah, this is, for this size van, and I'm assuming for this price as well, that would be a deal breaker for me. I wouldn't be able to prepare food in there.
You got that, the window's handy there, isn't it? You can just open that window.
Yeah.
When you're cooking.
The finishing here is lovely. In fact, everything else about this is brilliant. I mean, the pull down bed, you've also got your fixed bed at the back here. This is nice. And then you've got a nice shower area there, and I'm guessing through that door, Steve, if you just give us the big reveal, we've got a toilet.
I'll show you in a minute.
And a basin there as well. And in fact, if you want the privacy and if you want to open up that toilet space,
Oh, the doors.
yeah, you can do that. It does. Yeah, it latches onto there.
Yeah, great.
Give yourself a bit of foot room while someone chills out in the kitchen. You see, I don't know if we're going to get in the big ones, because as you can see, very, very popular. I think, do you know what I think it is? I think it's not necessarily everyone wants to buy, they just want to see. They want to see what can be achieved in such a big space, as do I, you know.
That's the smallest queue there.
Yeah, should we try and get in it? Okay, we eventually got in.
We are in.
We're in.
I've
We've
sat
done
down.
it.
Right, now we'll just have a little look.
You're on the 360, ladies and gents, so apologies for the slightly, I don't know,
Warps and the
bulbous
hand
shot.
missing as well. Yeah.
Wow,
But
look at that.
This is huge, but it's got the smallest steering wheel I've ever seen.
Look at that. That ain't getting down the side streets of Shrewsbury.
Yeah, so this is on an Iveco then. Iveco chassis, Ford, Iveco, whatever it is.
So what's above my head here? Let's have a look.
Let's have a little look. Right.
This is obviously the drop-down bed, right?
So there's a bed there, yeah? There's a bed.
There is a bed that will drop down automatically. I think you've probably got a switch somewhere that will come down electronically.
Yeah.
And looking by the size of it, that looks like at least a double-sized bed that goes across the width of the van.
Yeah.
Then you've got your dining area here.
That's good, that Tampa,
Yeah.
I think.
Now this is a kitchen.
Yes, this you can work with this, can't you?
Yeah.
It is finished nice. So let's see that bead of sealant there.
Yeah, it's nice. Better than my bead of sealant in my And as we go back towards deeper into the back of the van.
Proper, look at that. Now look at that shower.
Oh, look at this.
It's got a bit of lighting in it. Hasn't it? And a nice bed too.
Wow.
It's nice, isn't it?
A big bed.
Yeah. Yeah, it is nice. That is. I mean, look at the thickness of that mattress.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
Is that 32 inch?
Yes.
28?
Yeah, there's 32, that'll be. I mean, it's alright, isn't it? Loads of cubby holes.
This is
look.
lovely. Nice skylight up top there.
Yeah.
Do a bit of stargazing while you're in bed. Okay, right.
It's good, isn't it?
It's lovely, mate. It's absolutely lovely. This is Morello. I'm not quite sure of the actual model number, but we can show you a bit more information about that in a sec.
Well, I'll try my best not to eat it whilst you're in the...
Thank you for your time and the info.
That's quite all right.
Appreciate it. A little bit more info about this particular model. So we've got Morello Loft A2LS. So what kind of weight limit are we on here then? That's the weight. So that, yeah, this is a 7-tonner, mate. That's a 7-tonner.
Is it?
Yeah. So if you're over the age of, what is it now, 62 is it?
Yeah.
62?
On an old
and
licence.
you've obviously passed your driving test some years ago, then you've got the luxury of being able to drive a van like this, whereas unfortunately, unless I was to go and pass my, is it C-Class licence, I think? Then there's no chance, but...
It's, sorry,
nice.
Dream on,
yeah. And that's your list price right there, just under 200. It's a good show this year.
Yeah,
it's been a good, it's a good show this year. I'd recommend coming here, especially for design inspiration. Now, should we head out of here because there's no chance of getting food?
No chance whatsoever.
There's no chance. The queues are too long for anything
Food
decent.
is more popular than the event itself.
So let's head out. Let's go find a little spot to get some food, and then maybe we'll have a little chat with you before we end up signing off for the day. So let's get some food.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh. 5 miles later, we're back. My humble camper van. Oh. I don't know how I feel looking in here now. I do love my van though. I do love my van. It's mine, all bought and paid for, you know.
Oh, that looks like a nice little place.
That's alright, isn't it? That's the Harvester, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh!
Smell it.
Oh! That is that wholesale £4.99 rump steak on the grill there, mate.
Yeah. Just waiting for it.
It is, mate, yeah. Oh, blimey, look at that, mate. Bacon, chicken, loaded fries. We got some onion rings, we got some coleslaw. Oh. So, where's this trip then, mate? We're going to go down south, aren't we?
We're going to
Somerset.
Yeah, where Somerset. Go to the West Country.
Cheddar Gorge. Cheddar Gorge is going to be the next trip with me and Steve. And we haven't thought about a date just yet. We're thinking around the end of March, aren't we? Something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know where it'll come out on the channel. Maybe April, possibly May. If I get to where Steve's at, it could be 2027.
2027, yeah.
It's been nice going around the show, looking at the camper van, seeing the different designs. I hope it's been nice for you as well, joining us and looking at the different kind of layouts that these vans have.
Yeah.
Definitely got a bit more inspiration now about mood lighting, about different things I can do to my van to finish it off nicely. It's good to see Steve back on the channel. It won't be long before we're out in our camper vans again on some park at Watch This Space, yeah. And
Yes.
I guess I'll catch you guys next week when you tune in to see me and my dad go for a 3-day trip down to the southeast of England in our vans. And the last video of that series has a story to it. But I'll catch you in the next one.